What's up, YouTube? It's Alex Combo here from Snowbound Apothecary. Today, I want to talk to you guys about routines. And the first thing I want to say about routines is more in a roundabout way to say it. It's more initially about success, but success is not about making wide leaps across large chasms. Success is about taking the small steps that are necessary to go around the chasm. Now, why is this? Okay, so if you are continually taking 2 to 3 steps a day around the chasm, you are in a safer atmosphere than you would be if you jumped across it. That's pretty simple to understand, okay? But the thing about this is a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people see it as you're just not being ballsy enough. You're not being bold. You're not taking the leap across the chasm. That's not what it's about. Establishing a routine is not about worrying about the leap. It's about taking the steps that are needed to be taken to go around the chasm, because the thing is, when you're going around the chasm, you're slowly growing as a person. Okay, sometimes you may get into that forested area where you can't see across the chasm, but for the most part, you can always see your goal. You can always see point B across the other side of it, except when you get in that forest, okay? But when you're in that forest, if you are wise and you write down your goals, then you have yourself not a perfect map, but you have a map of some sort that'll show you what you're trying to make it to. And this map that's going to show you what you're trying to make it to is going to offer you more than jumping across the chasm would offer, because when you go through the chasm, you learn new skills, you meet new clients, and you build character by going through the forest. You build persistence, you build consistency, you build strength, and you build how bold you are more by going around than by jumping. If you jump, you have the one-off chance to build that bold personality. If you go around, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 opportunities to build it. Maybe you fight a lion, maybe you fight a tiger, maybe you fight a bear. I don't know, okay? You could be fighting tons of different things. You could be meeting people that you never would have met if you jumped. And so the problem with jumping is, if you jump the way I see it, you have 3 different things that could possibly happen to you if you jump. Number 1, and the worst possible thing that could happen to you, is you commit professional suicide. You hit the bottom, you go splat, your business is dead, you're done, you're dead in the water, there's nothing you can do to recover. Number 2, you hit the ground, you go splat, you break your legs, you break your arms, you're not energized enough, you're not equipped, you don't have the tools to climb out of the chasm for years, and you're stuck in that chasm for years. The third option, the one that everybody immediately sees, but this isn't the thing that most likely happens. The third option is you actually make it across the chasm. And what happens when you make it across the chasm? You didn't learn anything. Okay, you made it across the chasm by blind luck. You didn't learn a single thing. This is great. This is great. This is what gets me going, because if you make it across the chasm, you didn't establish that routine that's going to ultimately lead to your success. All right, let me put it to you in a different way. Okay, if you're working out, what happens when you work out? Every day you work out a little bit. You work out a little bit here, you work out a little bit there. You're making small traumas, small tears in your muscles that ultimately your body repairs, and they expand, and your muscles grow bigger, and they get stronger by the routine that you've created to make them stronger. You're not going to go out and just immediately every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're not going to go out and lift 200 pounds every single day. That is ridiculous. You're going to burn yourself out. And we're going to be realistic here, especially from the get-go. It's really easy to burn yourself out. And if you are not at the get-go, if you're at a stronger place than other companies, you can still burn yourself out. And what happens when you burn yourself out is you take a step back. And taking a step back is the worst thing that you can do. No matter what happens, you want to be moving. You may not be moving forwards, you may be moving to the side, but you're not taking a step back. Why? Because as soon as you take that step back, what happens is it takes you longer to get back into that routine, that mindset that you were in before, to be able to push yourself forward and to be able to rock it. Okay? If you take that step back, let me put it to you this way. Say you're an accountant. Okay, you're filing stuff in QuickBooks, and it's taking you an hour, and you've gone through half the stuff, right? Half the things that you have to file, and it's going to take you another hour to file the rest of it, but you decide you want to take a lunch. Good. You've now taken a step back. Because you decided to take a lunch, you've taken a step back. Or, I wouldn't even say, you know, most people would say you decided to take a lunch, you stayed in place, but you took a step back because it takes you time to get back into that mindset, to get back into that routine of filing things. Because now, all of a sudden, instead of it taking you an additional 45 minutes to finish because you were already in that mindset, it's going to take you 30 minutes longer than it would have because you get back and say you get stuck on YouTube watching this video. Hey, you get stuck doing whatever it is, and for 30 minutes, your attention is gone. It's not fully there, and it won't even be for 30 minutes. It'll be more like for 20 minutes, your attention is gone, and then for the next 10 minutes, you're trying to build that attention that you had before. See, this is what happened. You took a step back. Taking a step back is the worst thing that can possibly happen to you. This is why you need to be consistent. Okay, remember, the more consistent you are, the luckier you become. It's as simple as that. Life can only be so unlucky to you. While this sounds like a load of crap, it's true. Okay, you may be in a spell of life where all of a sudden everything is going really, really bad, but eventually what's going to happen is things are going to turn around and you're going to get lucky. So all you need to do is you need to build that character, that routine, that perfect routine to keep you going through those unlucky spells. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to be strong, you're going to be bold, you're going to be number one, you just got to be stronger than life, you got to be stronger than God. That's not what this means. This means you have a routine, rain, snow, sleet, hail, whatever it is, you stick to it. That's what this means. No matter what happens, if you say, I'm going to do this every day, I'm going to meditate every day, I'm going to say my mantra every day, you do that. No matter what happens, you do it. Because the second you stop doing it, you lose the mindset. All right, here's a pretty good example. My screen on my computer that I'm reading my little brief notes on, the screen went black on it, and I lost my notes. And now I'm going to have to cut the video a couple of times, whereas before I was going strong, and I would not have had to cut the video because I knew what I was saying. I kept my mindset, but as soon as that screen went black, I lost it. It's gone. And now it's taking me a couple seconds to figure out what I'm doing. This is a perfect example of how you can lose the mindset. Don't lose the mindset, because that's what causes you to fail ultimately. And it's easy to say, I don't want to establish the routine. I'm stuck in this situation. You know, I've got the perfect routine. You know, I got $1 million business. I'm happy with my $1 million. Everything's going great. It's easy for you to say that, but when you say that, you are helpless. You are saying, I'm helpless. I don't want to improve. You got to unlearn that helplessness, and you got to see that no matter where you are in life, there's always one thing, just one little thing you can do to improve. There's always that one little thing. You got to do that little thing, and you got to improve yourself, and you got to do it to who you are, to who your character is, to who your eccentricities are, and you got to do it completely to empower you, your family, your business, whatever. That's why I'm wearing this for this video, guys. Because this is eccentric. This is who I am. I like funny hats. Funny hats are great. They're hilarious. I know, like, in certain parts of the world, this isn't considered a funny hat, but in the United States, it is. I'm playing true to my eccentricity with this hat. And that's what I want you guys to do. You guys figure out what those special characteristics are about you, and you guys lead your business with those characteristics, because ultimately, those are going to cause you to be happier, and ultimately, happiness is it's the best success that you can ask for. So thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to tune in for more content every single Monday, every single Thursday, without fail. I stick true to my routines. That's a promise for you guys. They're coming out. So stay tuned.